morning, leaders. I filmed this once already and I filmed it without sound. That's why we're doing it today in my car, because I ran out of time. Anyhow, not that that matters. I want to answer a couple of your questions that were asked at the leaders meeting with the new leaders with Wes. And also, just before I get there, just a couple of things. First off, I just wanted to mention, I know everyone's getting back into houses. Everyone's starting up in the senior high houses, and you haven't done that for a while. So I just want to remind you, the announcements at the end of this email are really important to announce, especially I think of February 20th. We have a Activate Lead, which is a time where we take our discussion and go deeper, and we're talking about dating. So for our senior high students, that's a really important event. They really need to know about it. We're going to tackle some pretty serious dating issues as far as purity, as far as when or how to date, and all those kind of questions. And so I just want to really encourage you to make sure students know about that and the other announcements. And junior high will announce them on Wednesday nights, but I also want you to kind of plug them in your group, ask if they're going to the different junior high things as well. And secondly, for that February 20th event, senior high for the Activate Lead, I really need guy and girl leaders who will come and lead discussion. It's a pretty important discussion that we need to talk about. So if you could come to that, that'd be great. Now for your questions. I got two questions today. And the first one is, what is one unique challenge for Beulah youth? And I talked to Denise Lang about this, and what's one unique challenge for Beulah youth? Well, I think unique to Beulah, and probably for other bigger churches, is being in a big church, both in the youth ministry, but also in the larger church with adults. Feeling connected is a difficulty for our students. If students don't engage in their small groups, or if they don't intentionally seek out friendships within our youth ministry, it's really hard to stay connected. And so this is really important for our groups as you lead them, is to make sure students are connected with one another, to encourage that, to encourage new students to get connected, and really be clear with students on the pathways on how to do that. Small groups they can be involved in, how they can be involved in serving in different opportunities, all about the announcements about Friday nights and different things that we do throughout the week. Those are really important for new students and just any student getting connected, and just encouraging and fostering those relationships. And the other question I have here before my light turns green is, what are the three top things that Beulah wants to see in our youth? What are the three top things that Beulah wants to see in our youth? And I don't know if I can put it, maybe I can put it in three things, but what I'd like to see in our youth is that they would follow Jesus. Now, I know that sounds kind of simplistic, but I mean follow Jesus beyond the youth ministry, beyond their high school years. That students would, right now, in the time we have them between grade 7 and grade 12, choose to follow Jesus and learn what that's about, to the point that when they leave grade 12, they don't leave the church, they don't leave Jesus. And so maybe three things in that I want to see happen in them. I want to see them obviously come to know Jesus and know him in a deep way and just fall in love with him, like we're talking about this week and Wednesday, obeying his commands. And that's definitely one part of that. The other part of that is I want to see them serving. I want to see them being part of the body of Christ in that respect. And thirdly, I guess, so knowing Jesus, serving, and basically sharing their faith, not just keeping it all insular. We're not about just this holy huddle, but rather that they're actively learning how and actively sharing their faith where they're at with their friends and with people that don't know Jesus right around them. So those are kind of three things, I guess. If you have any more questions, I'd love to hear them. Send them my way. You'll also notice in this email I have the curriculum and I have the devotional schedule, both for junior high and senior high. It's all packed into one. And so if you're on the teaching schedule, just make sure you check that out. We're going to be updating Planning Center, so you'll be getting these kind of weekly updates saying, hey, you're on in a week's time if you're on the teaching. So that's all I got for today. Hopefully this recorder was sound this time. Thanks for your time.